can only assume from your cavalier attitude that you have yet to partake in the wonderment that is the Pancake Witch. Let me enlighten you. What happens is, the one true God grows Pancake Witches on trees in the Elysian fields using a mystical incantation. He then proceeds to magic them down to your local eatery where whatever societal reject grill world has rescued off the dole that week gently wraps them in cellophane and passes them along to you, the fortunate consumer. You proceed to ingest this finery in the vain hope that your obviously overmatched taste buds can somehow comprehend the delectable intricacies that face them. Is that egg? Why, yes. Yes, it is.
And bacon, too.
But wait, did they? They didn't. Yes, they did. They did indeed.
They added cheese.
Then, my friend, they wrapped it in a sumptuous pancake bun as your taste buds try to process that amazing piece of information hits them. The syrup nugget.
The motherfucking syrup nugget.
It announces itself with a burst of confectionery grandiosity.
Like the witch your palate has never seen.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another Yo Joe Jerk Toy Review. I'm your host, Frank Castle. And today, we'll be looking at the Street Fighter 2 Jada toys. Ryu Felon. Alright, now let's take a look at these boxes. First up, we're going to take a look at Ryu's box. And right off the bat, I love this. It looks like an arcade machine. Over here, we have our old school controllers. Down here, we get our authentic picture of the video game. Over here, warning. On this side of the box, we get the Street Fighter logo. Down here, we get Ryu's name and country of origin and fighting style. On this side of the box, we get a nice little picture of more characters. We got Ryu here, Phelan, Cammy, and I can't really make out who's up here. Maybe it's Sagat. On the back of the package, we get a nice little picture of our first round of figures. Looking forward to Chun-Li. We got our Phelan. Down here, we have our entire list of characters that are coming out. Up here, we get another Street Fighter logo. On the top of the package, we just get a retail hanger and a clear opening. On the bottom of the box, we got the Jada mush, we got the Capcom mush, and we have my barcode. On the Phelan box, we don't have much of a difference. We have this nice little character portrait, and his name Phelan, or Bruce Lee, whatever you like. Not much different. We just have his portrait and his name. Alright, let's get this sucker open. Alright, we got a new kind of pull-out game with a new kind of box. Alright, let's take a look at this new box. I don't know how to get the figure out. Oh no, it's in twice. Another cut, and a third cut. Alright, and this just folds out like so. And here we got lots of goodies that we're gonna take out. These figures look much better in person, I gotta tell you. So without further ado, let's get Phelan out and we'll take a look at all this shit. Another fun release. And let's take a look at Phelan. Looking good, looking good. Got all kinds of good stuff going on here. Alright, now that we got everything out of the box, let's take a look at the figures. First up, Ryu. And right off the bat, the head sculpt is really, really good. The paint application looks pretty good. I mean, up here in the headband area, I got a little miss, but that's okay. The eyes are painted in perfectly. No goofy eye. His eyebrows are sticking out above his headband, which is spot on. The hair is sculpted really well. The headband goes all the way around to the back. I think mine was just nestled funny in the package, so it's sticking out at weird angles. And all in all, my first impression is this figure is really chunky. I thought it was going to be cheap and loose. He definitely weighs more than a regular Marvel Legend. Also weighs more than a G.I. Joe classified figure. We get up and down articulation. His ankle also goes back and forth, light swivel. Up here on the lower leg, his pants are completely textured. And I gotta tell you, I used to own all of the soda figures for Street Fighter and I loved them. But when times were lean, I had to sell the set because they were worth a fortune. But right away, I could tell you that these are built 100 times better than the soda figures. On the side here, we get double jointed pinless knees. They do move really well and they're not loosey-goosey. They do go back and forth really good. Up here, we got got a nice thigh swivel cut. His leg does move really good. Up there, we just got a nice little pin joint. His leg does go all the way out. Does kick all the way forward, no problem. Up here at the waist, his little gi actually is this really, really good soft plastic. It feels like he has a ball joint at his waist because he can just go around no problem, and another ball joint up here. So this figure has a really good range of movement, and if we look under here, he's totally sculpted underneath. But like I said, up here at the diaphragm, it feels like another ball joint, so he gets a lot of movement. And like I said, this soft plastic just moves so good. It doesn't restrict the character's movement. Like, he'll stay back, put him forward, he'll stay forward. Doesn't just slowly over time push him back up. Floats really well. It also has the nice texture. Same thing with the belt. Sculpted really, really well with really nice detail down in here. He does have a side cut, so you can really get good range out of him. And again, I'm beating a dead horse, but this soft plastic is like no other I've fucked with. Around the back, pretty plain, but it's nice textured detail. They got the little line up here to give them definition in the shoulders. Down here, just nice fabric folds. Not too much, not too little. Up here at the shoulder, he has a nice butterfly joint with lots of good range. The arm goes up and down, no problem. I'm not having too much. It is a little restrictive, but it's nothing that I'm gonna cry about. Shoulder articulation's good. He's got pinless, double jointed elbows that move really well. He's got a nice little swivel right here. The fists do bend, but it is a pain in the ass to get them to go. So just be careful, because it definitely does feel like you gotta fuck with these joints a little bit before you go full bore on them, or they might break. And on the left arm, it's the same thing. Everything moves really good. He's got a ton of range. So this figure is amazing for a company that makes die-cast cars. I'm super fucking impressed. Like I said, my minor gripes might be that the articulation down here at the wrist might be a little stiff, but you get a lot of range. I also think the proportions of the character look fucking spot on to the video game. Now, I will give the Soda maybe a little bit better of a sculpt, but as far as quality and articulation goes, these are phenomenal. Now we're gonna take a quick look, and holy shit, this is like the greatest deep dive for Series 1. They could have done the typical, oh, I'm gonna make Ken because we have the same buck over here. But no, they gave us a completely new sculpt. Like, his chest and torso are not reused from him. These are brand new sculpts. I think they nailed it again with the likeness. They got the eyebrows, the eyes, that sour ass fucking frown he carries. You know, for all the articulation points for a guy with his shirt off, they fucking nailed it on this guy. Now, I am a big fan of Bruce Lee, so getting this figure is awesome to me, and I always loved him in the video game. He was one of my favorite characters to play at the arcade. Again, is that the skin tone does not really match the neck from the head, and it might just be my lighting. All in all, let's start down at the feet, and they just did another great sculpt. Toe articulation. Up here, the ankle has articulation. We got the double jointed knees that are pinless, and they just textured these pants, and they look fucking amazing. And again, I am going to reference the Soda toys because I used to have them all. This sculpt for Feelong is way fucking better. The Soda version, the legs were like as loose could be, and as awesome as the Soda figures look, they are the most terrible quality. Majority of mine broke in one way or another. They were loaded with 10 times the amount of accessories and head sculpts. They were really fragile toys, where this thing, I'm pretty sure I could throw him across the room and he'll be completely fine. But let's get back to it. He does have ankle swivel. His leg does kick out nice and far. It also kicks up nice and far. The swivel diaphragm, which gives him tons of movement. His neck moves really good. You could get this guy into some crazy poses. His arms come up no problem. He actually feels more durable than the Ryu figure. So Right off the bat, the first figure, this thing is already an improvement on quality. The joints are super tight. Everything moved really well. I'm super impressed by this line, and I had to dump all my Street Fighter figures because I needed the money and they were worth a fortune when I sold them. So to get another crack at them for a real price and the quality's up is just great to me. So I'm all in on Street Fighter. I dig it. All right, now we're going to take a look at accessories. First up, we're going to look at all the shit Ryu comes with. This Hadouken ball. In my lighting, you could see that there are two little hand sculpts in there. On the bottom, there's a peg. We're going to go over the next accessory that locks into that. So right over here, we get this little jibby jabby arm, and it's made out of a pretty durable plastic. It moves really well, but it also stays. It's not loosey-goosey. So you take the end of this, you plug it into there, and it ports in really nice. You can bend it like that, which leads us to this, and into the stand. You got your little Hadouken ball. So we'll put that down right there. There's your little Hadouken ball. Next up, we got this alternate head sculpt of Ryu extra pissed off. And over here, I got a little fucked up paint, but nothing a marker couldn't fix in a second or two. It looks really good. He's got the little grin, and the headband's a little better on this. Like the two little strings off to the side sit really well. We'll just grab this head. Pops off no problem. I didn't have to fight with it at all. Fits on the body really good. And now you got a pissed off, I'm so angry, two sets of hands. And these are the Fireball Hadouken hands. They're really, really nicely sculpted. You could see the texture in the pads. We flip them around. You could see that texture and paint don't miss all the way around. The pegs move back and forth really well. And here he is with the Hadouken hands. I think they look really well sculpted. Easy to move around, this pair. And they just match with the body and look fucking great. Next up, we're going to take a look at all the stuff that comes with Philon. First up, we got the head sculpt. And just another really good head sculpt. The paint's really good on this. Another great likeness for the character. He's just got his mouth open. He looks a little bit more rested and not so pissed off. So let's grab this pissed off head sculpt. Pop that shit off. Came off no problem. Let's put the new head sculpt in. Went in pretty good. Is a little off from the body. But in normal lighting, like I said, it looks good. Next up, we got these two extra hands, which are perfect because they're the Bruce Lee, like, karate in you hands. These hands look great. They're in the Philong, I'm about to attack you position. We'll try them on. And here we are with those hands. They look fucking amazing. They amp this up even more. And honestly, the soda stuff came with a lot more. Like I said, I would sacrifice all that extra stuff for quality, and this is just nothing but quality. Even this figure, he's solid as shit. And finally, we have his super kicky effect, which is made out of this really, really, really gross sticky rubber. I hate the sticky rubber because I have cats. So I get cat hair everywhere, and if this thing ever even comes within an inch of cat hair, it's just going to be stuck to it forever. It is sculpted really nice. It's hollow, and we'll try it out on his leg, and it just slid over his leg no problem, and you got a super kicking machine here. This is a really fun effect. I really like this. I don't know if the figure could ever actually stand on his own and hold this up. Just the effect alone is really fun. And for size comparison, I'm going to break out a couple different lines so you guys can get a feel for the actual height of these figures. We have the Spider-Man from Marvel Legends. We have NECA's The Ghost Who Walks, the Phantom. Here we have him with the Adventure Series Indiana Jones. And here we have the Loose Collector Vampirella. And here I have him with the Marvel Legends Dr. Dickhead. I mean, what the fuck is this character? Here we have him with G.I. Joe Classified Shipwreck. And here we have him with the Star Wars Black Series Infinity's Darth Vader. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts are, I really dig these figures. I'm super happy because, like I said, I had to sell all mine in the past, so to get to collect them again at a reasonable price is great to me. I think they're a great start to the line. The quality is beyond what I thought I would get. The designs look spot on to the video game. I think a little bit more paint here and there might have benefited, but honestly, I really dig them. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.